Apartment living is one of the most sought-after forms of accommodation, especially in big cities where property is rare and expensive. Private Property COO Simon Bray is here to dig a little bit deeper into this trend, as well as show us some of the best apartments out there. Simon, nice to have you back on our show.
Good to see you, Ian.
Talking apartment living, apparently it's quite a trend. Why is it?
Well, I mean, you can understand in a country that's quite interested in safety and security, apartment blocks offer the sense of community, and that's really, really attractive, as well as the fact that more and more people want to live closer to business centres. So the challenge with doing that, obviously, is that you can't have these massive homes and these sprawling suburbs. So you move into tighter and tighter accommodation spaces. And so there's definitely a trend towards apartment living, and we're seeing that on the website.
What are some of the key features when it comes to apartment living compared to your more traditional houses?
I think I've mentioned the safety and security already. That's an obvious factor. There's the proximity and the convenience. But I think one thing that is really driving the market towards apartments is the affordability. So complex living means that you're splitting a lot of the maintenance costs through a levy system, and that means you're not carrying the can for the electric fence or the gardening. You're splitting that across all the owners. So certainly living in an apartment is often a more affordable choice.
That's it. And I think also the lock up and go kind of attitude that you can have, especially if you're a young individual, on the go always. You don't have to worry about put some food out for the dog or look at this and they'll cut the grass.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, if you're busy professionals like we are, then you absolutely want to move in and out of the space quickly and easily.
Yeah. So let's talk about some of the apartments that you have on offer. There's two beautiful ones that we're talking about. The first one in Umhlanga, beautiful part of our country. What makes this apartment so special?
Well, it has to be the view. It's got 3 levels in this particular apartment, and every single one of them just faces unbelievable Indian Ocean views all the way through to Durban. You can see the Moses Mabhida Stadium lit up at night. So you really just get this dramatic sense from the top of that building.
So looking at this apartment, would you buy this as an investment or more maybe a residential?
Well, you can certainly see why it's a great investment opportunity. It's the highest or tallest building in Umhlanga, so there's this real sense of exclusivity. You're a walk away from the sidewalk cafes, and you've got a very safe, secure, and private living environment. So you can see why investment and the fundamentals there are great, but you could also just see yourself living there so easily.
Who wouldn't want to live there? And I'm sure you've whet a lot of viewers' appetites out there right now just explaining it. Where can viewers find out more about it?
Well, it'll be on the website. It's currently for sale for those of you with deep pockets. Beautiful location. You should go and check it out.
That's it. So you can log into privateproperty.co.za for that one. Turning our attention to an apartment closer to home, Clifton, also absolutely stunning. Why is Clifton considered to be such a trendy area to live?
Clifton is the most exclusive suburb in South Africa. I mean, some of the property values there are just astronomical. So it is the best of the best when it comes to South African property, and particularly apartments. There's a small suburb hanging off the cliffside above the beaches there, so there's not a lot of space for anything else. And each one of those apartments just have stunning views in what is also quite a wind-free zone in Cape Town, which is certainly worth paying for during some of the windy months.
So I think it's absolutely essential to look for an apartment when you live in the Clifton area. Where would people find out more about this apartment as well, if we once again whet their appetites?
Well, Private Property's also got this apartment for sale. It's on the website. Just type in Clifton and you'll see a range of interesting properties. And it's worth checking out.
Indeed. Now, we're talking about apartments this morning, specifically being a big trend at the moment. If somebody would like to sell their apartments, what would be your top tip?
First impressions are certainly the most lasting impressions. You've done it before. You've walked into a place and it's either immediately excited you or it's disappointed you. So simple things like a fresh coat of paint are worth doing. First impressions are critical.
Brilliant. Simon, thanks again for joining us this morning. And like Simon says, first impressions are absolutely critical. But if you would like to find out a little bit more information on these two beautiful apartments that we've spoken about this morning, remember to watch Win a Home tonight at 8 p.m. on SABC3, and also to find out how you can enter to win prizes throughout the show, as well as go into the draw to win the grand prize, which is, of course, the completed Win a Home apartment. Connect with this brand new exciting show on Facebook, Twitter, and via the website.